In this video, I'm going to be giving you a full detailed look into exactly what golf clubs I'm going to be using this year with full specs. Then we're going to be taking a trip up the coast about an hour to the next tournament venue. Just booked a hotel. It may be a scam, it may be not. We're going to find out. Then we're going to be playing a practice round for the next tournament with two very good players. One of them's won twice on the Jamaica Tour last year. Going to get some insights into how they prepare for the round, show you some shots, have a little chat with them, all the good stuff. Enjoy. Right, so just pulled up at the golf club, de Academy de something, Portuguese, near the area. Basically, it's just down the road. So let me just show you exactly what we've got here. We've got a driving range, which is off grass, which is fine. Nice like grassy sandy lies, long so you can hit driver. Most of the balls are okay, which is a big determining factor in whether you can practice somewhere. Then you've got a pitching area down the bottom, which is up to 120 yards long with a green that is okay as well. Now, since I've been down here, most of the golf courses haven't wanted me to film. So essentially, until we move up the coast, this is pretty much what we've got. So just making the best of a okay situation. Obviously, it's not ideal having to spend like 15 euros a day to practice and can't play anywhere unless you're spending like 80 euros. But a couple more days and then we go up and hopefully we'll be able to sort something out a bit further up the coast. So I've had another really productive morning practicing today, down the same place I was at yesterday, purely just working on pitching and chipping, just getting some distances dialed in for that technique that I'm working on with pitching, which is similar to what I worked on with Ash years ago, what I worked on with Ryan, Steve and Tyler recently. Basically just keeping everything really simple, ball position in the middle, keeping everything in line. And then I've been working on just putting a towel under the arms and just rotating. And with the pitching, the biggest thing that I've been really feeling is that instead of feeling down and left, which is what I'm working on with the longer clubs, I'm working on just feeling almost like I'm just brushing the turf. And it feels slightly from the inside when you make contact with the grooves on the toe end near the bottom, so you can always get that predictable low spinny ball flight. So I'm going to go into detail with that and maybe meet up with Tyler soon so we can really break that down, because I feel like it's helped me massively. With that technique, I've just dialed in a few yardages with 60, 55 and 50 degree, which I feel like I can just take forward now to the next tournament. So the English lads that I was with over the last week or so, over the last two tournaments, they've gone. So now I'm on my own, so I'm just heading down to the gym this afternoon, which is like an outdoor gym, like a calisthenics park. Gonna do some training, then head to the beach and then talk about the new clubs that I've just ordered. Gonna go really into detail with the specs and stuff. On the balcony, hope the audio's okay on the GoPro, and I was using the GoPro this afternoon, hence me thinking I'm Steven Spielberg with the camera. Now, I put a big order in last night with Cobra, working with Cobra Puma again this year. Really enjoying working with them as a brand, just because they're like, all the guys really sound. They let me sort of like have a free reign with what I do with my content. Yeah, really enjoying playing the clubs as well as wearing the clothes. I think it's proper smart. And also, just to say, big thanks to Joe back at home, the guy who fitted me at Tortec Golf. So big thanks to Joe for helping me out with this as well, for looking through the old specs and giving me some advice on shaft options as well. So let's go straight from the top. So driver, LTD, XLS. I'm going to actually play the tour length, so like an inch shorter. The reason behind this, I just really want this year to be about finding some control. I'm never really going to have an issue with club head speed and getting out there distance wise. So I really want to rein in the accuracy this year. So that's the main focus, hence why I'm going with the tour length driver. Playing at 9 degrees, and shaft wise I'm going for the Fujikura Ventus Black 6 X tipped 1 inch. I'm going to play Golf Pride mid-size throughout the bag. 3-wood, ordered the LTD XLS and the 5-wood as well. Same with the 3-wood, it's the Ventus Black 7, and that's tipped to 1.5 inches, and the 5-wood is the Ventus Black 8, so 60, 70, 80 gram through the drive to 5-wood, and the 5-wood's tipped 2 inches. Joe instilled the importance of tipping inch driver to 5-wood 2 inches, just to make sure that they're playing sort of like the same profile through driver to 5-wood. Hybrid, gonna go for the LTD X3 hybrid, and this is just an option, so if I want to get rid of the 3 iron and play the hybrid, which I'm probably going to do this year, got the KBS Proto 95 1/2 inch longer, and this one is basically the same shaft as I've got in my 2 iron, and Joe said there's no need to tip this. Going to reorder the King Tours quarter pitching wedge, same shaft as last year, the KBS 130X. Then into the wedges, so I've been playing the Min wedges over the last year, but this year I'm going to go for the King Cobra Snake Bite. 50 degree in the versatile bounce, 56 in the versatile bent to 55, and then 60 degree in the classic. So the versatile is sort of like the mid bounce option, and then the classic in the 60 degree is more bounce. So I think the 60 is playing around 11 degrees of bounce, just to give me a bit of forgiveness in the wedges. It's my last night here. Going to get the train tomorrow to the new hotel, so see you tomorrow morning for the train journey down the coast, and hopefully get this hotel. I'm slightly unsure about this hotel, so we're going to find out tomorrow. So if you followed the channel for a while, you would have seen a Days Inn on Junction 18, which didn't have any aircon, and it was 35 degrees. You would have seen an Airbnb in Smethwick, which is basically someone's shed. You've seen the Airbnb in Lagos, 1 room, shared kitchen. The channel's come a long way. We're finally stepping up in the world, and this is what we got. So we've got a lovely sofa, nice little eating area here. What's in the fridge? New segment on the channel. Don't ask me why it's all in there, it's just easier to store. And then through the keyhole, or the door, we have the master, the only bedroom. But yeah, it's nice. Tomorrow's the first practice round, so I'm actually meeting Neil Wolfrey, the Wolfman, tonight, as he's got a place over here and he comes out here quite a bit in the winter. So we're gonna go for lunch with him and his mates. And then tomorrow morning, getting up early to play the practice round with these 2 lads, Owen and Jensen. And we're going to speak to them, show you some shots, do all that stuff, so it should be good. I've got my own fireplace, so. It's actually real. Look how graceful he is on the camera. You're made for this, mate. What club you got?
Got 7 iron, no 6.
Lost it yesterday.
No, I broke it at Palmares.
Oh, look, he plays up to it.
You can't teach that, man. 10 out of
Is
10.
it enough?
Oh, you made it.
Where's that been all day?
Easy get. What do you mean, mate? You missed the 3 eagles I made on the front 9.
On the tee from South East Landon.
South East Landon.
It's the geezer. The interceptor.
We can delete that one. That one's for finding Nemo in the water. Yeah, that's right, make a par. That's what I do best. So what we got here, James?
What'd you get, 5 iron now, yeah?
I had a 7 iron, mate.
Oh, okay.
No one told James this morning that he got dressed in the dark. Can't wear black and navy, but he thought he can anyway.
Keep a jumper on all day, didn't I?
His trousers have had an argument with his shoes. See his ankles. Oh, the strike on it. This one's just working back to the pin. It's not quite as close as mine. Quite poor, really.
Barely on the green, mate, to be fair.
Quite poor, really.
So what happened with your 6-iron?
My 6-iron.
Snapped it in anger.
No, so I had a shot out the rocks, and I thought I'd take it on. The ball went about 60 yards in the air, and the club's now bent in 3 places, so it was worth it.
Oh, it's just folded under the pressure. He's directed me basically. He's like, stand in front of me, make sure you're perfectly in line.
Be serious.
Yeah, we'll talk about what notes you're taking and stuff today, because I think you're scribbling away.
Yeah, I've been doing quite a bit today. So if we look at this last par 3, we've got I think it was 180 number, and the kind help of James's slope Bushnell.
Yeah, you don't trust that too much, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. So it's obviously quite a slopey green, this one. It's almost a little bit of a tabletop sort of thing from the middle, and it slopes either side. So we've seen that there's a flag going to be in this right section.
Yeah.
It's a red dot which the committee do. So we'll see it's going to be here, but you obviously have water to this side. So smart play is obviously middle of the green, let this slope do the work. And I wrote here, use slopes to get the ball close to the hole. So it's just almost just little things like that. Get on the tee, might have had a bad hole prior, hit it middle of the green. You don't always have to hit perfect shots to get the ball close. You know, sometimes 15 foot just left is perfect, and get a par, hold a putt, move on.
Strike, mate. Oh, he's loving it, isn't he? Loving it.
I love the camera. Nice flag.
Oh.
That one. That's how we do it, James. Wiltshire golf. Easy job, isn't it? Oh, it looks gorgeous. I think this is probably the worst camera work you've probably ever had on your channel. It's alright, mate, you can sack me, I'll just stick to the putts.
Right, let's get serious on them.
Serious?
Yeah.
Serious.
So,
serious time with Owen.
What are you picking up on practice days? I mean, you've played this course, right?
Yeah,
so it's slightly different.
Here before. So for me today, it's just more to try and get a feel for the place, see how the course is playing, what the greens are running like. Just re-familiarise myself, really. I know roughly where the flags will be because they'll be similar to what they had the tournament in before. But yeah, just trying to get used to a feel for the course.
Yeah. So if you hadn't played here, what's the process?
I'll be looking at the points where they'll probably try and trick the course up. Usually it's flag positions, so I'll be trying to find dots on the green of where they're going to be.
Okay.
And then paying mainly attention to where I want to play the ball. A lot of people pay attention to where they don't want to play the ball. I think that's quite a negative way of looking at it. I like to keep things quite positive in my game, so trying to play to the points where I think is the best spot, and then just keep on trying to hit those places. Is
that why you feel like you hit driver a lot?
Driver's probably my best club in the bag, so when you've got a strength like that, I think it's quite important to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's so straight for me, and I'm not a short hitter, so if I'm hitting a lot of fairways, I'm picking up a lot of strokes gained on the field. And,
yeah, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Good place to be, yeah.
We'll see. I practice on this with Flower filming you. Has he done any bits of you?
Do you know what, Harry? He's a top guy. I don't really rate his camera skills. He's a little bit shaky with his hands.
He's not great, is he?
He gets a couple wrong angles. His hairline's tracking back even further as the day goes by.
What do you think about his hairstyle?
Oh,
how would you describe it?
Dead trim. Dead trim. That's how we describe it.
Have you ever seen him without his turquoise blue jumper on?
No, actually I haven't. And he loves his beige trousers as well.
He loves them.
He does.
And his smart shoes as well.
Oh, his shoes are very questionable, mate. I'd recommend Size or maybe Foot Locker. They'll sort you out, man.
Got Benson for birdie. It's a little down the hill trickle it out. Could get pretty quick at the end. Can he handle the pace?
Needed to take the head cover off, man. That was shocking.
I did say it was quick, but that was pathetic, mate.
That was pathetic, wasn't it? Don't need to mark those ones up. Casuals. I'm going to try and start it down the left with a little cut. Hole goes round to the right, so.
Oh, look, he's done it as well. They're going to think you're decent, mate. Just left of the green.
Got 246. Just going to try and, got a bit of a flowery lie.
Little flyer.
Chase one up there.
What's this? 2 irons,
I've got 3.
Chasing.
Yeah, not pretty, is it? Chipping a putt.